Welcome to the GP Llama YouTube channel, where this week we see game update version 1.90 roll out to Zwift, where the most notable update is splits, or what everyone's going to be calling it, the new lap button. And this feature has been one of the most requested features since, well, Zwift time began. Now, once actually in game, you get a lap counter, timer, distance, average heart rate, average power, and a color zone bar on screen. Those splits or laps are written to the fit file, so you can look at all your details after your activity is complete. Now, the lap feature is for free rides, races, or events, but not workout or erg mode. A few other things to note is that lap splits on screen there are scrollable, so if you have a number on screen, you can scroll up and down. Splits are not shown in the companion app at this point in time, hopefully something they can add in the future, and there are a number of ways to trigger a new lap or a new split. Those are using the tab key on the keyboard during a ride. Now, tab in workouts skips to the next interval, so don't try that unless you want to skip your interval. There's also a new in-game action bar icon, as you can see right here, that also appears in the companion app. On screen, next to your lap icon that's currently in place, you can actually press that little button there. It will give you a new lap. And those with a Zwift ride can configure their drop buttons to start a new lap. So riding along, press the button, easy as that. Now, once you've started a lap, you'll then see this additional action bar icon in-game and in the companion app. That's been called the Stonehenge button. Now, Stonehenge allows you to swap between left-hand side display boards, showing either segment, sector times, or your laps. Now, just press Stonehenge to toggle between the two of those. All right, how does it work in a few different scenarios? Let's have a look.
Okay, first up, let's have a look at how laps or splits works in an event or a race. Out of the pens, there is no lap button or no splits button. Forgive me for calling it both things. It's only when we're on the course proper and out of the pens, still in the lead-in zone, we'll actually have the ability to start a new split, and it will pop up right there. Alrighty. A little further down the road, I'll click on that. The split will start, and away we go. So there's many different ways you can use this within an event or a race. Let's just say you want to do a 5-minute interval mid-race or mid-event. You can look at your average power for that. Maybe last kilometre, see how many watts you can put out for the last K. Hit that lap button, see how you go. Have a look at the data later. But that's how to action splits or laps within a ride or an organised event. On to Climb Portal and how splits works with Climb Portal and its sections. So every Climb Portal climb having 10 equal sections all the way up. But if we were to bring up the action bar and find the new splits, much easier to press tab if you have a keyboard, but we'll hit new split there, and the new splits pops up and hides the portal sections. Though, if a little further down the road, if we want to hit Stonehenge and bring our 10 even segments back up on screen, we can do that too. Over to Alp to Zwift, and again, same deal, but I did need to test this. So up we go to the Alp, we have the sector stats there on the left. On the right, we have that new mini-map that's expanded down, but we can click New Split. That will replace the sector stats. But having done that, the mini-map change still remains, so we can zoom in and out on that. Now, how this is going to be very useful from bottom to top is you're going to be able to keep a track of your average power the whole way up. So if you start a new split right at the bottom, and you don't have that toggled on, if you just keep your stats on or your splits on like that, you'll be able to track yourself all the way up and your average power. It would be good to see watts per kilo, because we know that magic, I think it's 3.3 watts a kilo, will get you up the Alp on most bikes in just under the hour. So maybe we'll see something like that in the future. Oh, and while we're here, here's how the splits scroll as well. So grab those with the mouse, or if you've got a touch screen, you can scroll those splits up and down as mentioned earlier in the video. Alrighty, the last scenario I'll show here is the grade, again having its own sector stats, and I'll pull up the companion app and we can action the Stonehenge icon, also the Ride On bomb right there, and splits, which are a minimum of 2 seconds in length, I've just noticed, from either button. Okay, we can click the button on screen or the button in the companion app. You know how it goes. All right, I think that pretty much covers everything in regard to splits and how they work at this point in time.
Okay, there it is, Zwift Splits, or the new lap button, and how it all works. Now, another thing to note is that during a workout, Zwift will automatically mark an interval as a lap. Nothing changes there. Now, if you complete a workout and continue in free ride mode, when pressing the Stonehenge button, you'll see your previous laps and your current lap, which is likely your cooldown. keep it in the lower zones. No red during the cooldown. Now, there are a few different ways this can be used, and it's finally good to see it in-game after all these years of being requested. As always, thanks for watching. Remember to hit like, subscribe, comment below, keep the YouTube gods happy, and I'll see you soon.